The administration has been quite outspoken and I must say has taken some action on steel that hasn't been taken in a good long time. There are various reports about what the approach to steel might be, including the idea that perhaps there would be duty-free going up to a quota and then after that a duty would kick in. Can you tell us what the approach of the Trump administration is right now to steel imports?
Well, it's right now a work in progress because we have not yet submitted our report from Commerce to the President, nor has he had a chance, therefore, to act upon it. But in general, enforcement has been a very big hallmark of the present administration. We now have in place 161 trade cases which have put either anti-dumping or countervailing duties on steel products from about 37 different countries. So this has been a very big problem, the problem of global overcapacity and, more importantly, global overproduction. So the report will address those issues, will address them in the context of national security to find the way that Section 232 defines it, which is a pretty broad definition, including very strong reference to the needs of the economy. So it will then perhaps make some specific recommendations as to measures to deal with that, and those could range from the ones you described to more complicated ones. But the real key will be, what does the President ultimately decide to do with the recommendations?
Well,
he has announced that he intends to take bold action.
Mr. Secretary, what I just find puzzling is that U.S. steel producers are having trouble making money now, even though you have severe anti-dumping tariffs of like triple digits currently. Why not just let it go? I mean, why you have to simulate end user demand, whether or not you do anything about China, which is having its own problems with overcapacity and their own profits. So how does any more tariffs fix that?
Well, it's more complicated than just tariffs. Under 232, there's also the potential for quotas. There's the potential for tariff rate quotas. There are all kinds of potentials to be brought to bear. The reason that the individual cases have been ineffective is that the WTO, the World Trade Organization rules, are so precise that you have to identify very clearly the product and very clearly the place of origin. And what that means is, if I'm a serial dumper, of which there are quite a few lurking out there, if I'm a serial dumper, all I have to do is transship it through another country and I evade the duty, or send it to another country for further processing, however trivial that processing might be, or give it a little further processing in my own country. So those trade cases help, but they have not been able to cure the systemic problem. That's why there are 37 different countries involved. The dumping of steel from one country into another makes that second country have excess capacity, which they then dump, and then the country they dump it into continues the saga. So 1 ton of dumped steel probably results in 3 or 4 tons of dislocation in different markets throughout the world. The 232 gives the potential for a broader solution that is less geography dependent and less individual product dependent.